I met Trisha Paytas after years of making semi to extremely creepy videos about her. I've realized something about myself. If I've seen someone, but I haven't actually met them in person, I'm always going to, on some level, believe they are a hologram. So to me, Angelina Jolie is a hologram. My cousin's baby, who I have not met, is a hologram. I don't fully understand how holograms work. I don't know everything about science. I don't know what atoms are. I barely know how to spell the word microscope. But I met Trisha Paytas' hologram, and it was probably one of the most monumental occasions of my life. That and the day that my dad died. Sometimes it just feels real great to have a good old chuckle about your dead loved ones. Okay, not about them, just, you gotta chuckle. You gotta chuckle at the devastating heartbreak of grief that does sometimes make you want to die yourself due to confronting the extreme pain of the reality of mortality. But then sometimes you can come out the other side and you laugh in the face of mortality. Ayo, maybe I'm a demon from Buffy and maybe I'm immortal. But shut up, Amelia. Okay. I recently met Trisha Paytas, and I barely understand what happened. My soul was out of my body the entirety of the day. I made a video about it. I posted the video. And there was a fair amount of people that responded to the video that were a little upset or taken back because Trisha Paytas referred to me as a character and as a troll. Okay. People are always going to interpret you differently based on their perspective, based on where they're standing. I had this thought a few years ago that truly blew my mind. Now, I understand this is an extreme marijuana thought, or an immense pot leaf moment, if you will, but please let me preface, I was extremely sober when I had this weedish epiphany. Say there's this tree, right, my dudes, there's this tree in the center of a field. I'm not unlike trees that exist within my background. Okay, imagine there's a tree in the center of a field and there's 5 people staring at the same tree, but they're all standing in different places surrounding it. So one person is looking at this tree and maybe there's a bush in the way and he's seeing it through the bush leaves, and then another person's on that person's tree side from where they're standing, there's a little woodpecker pecking away, pickety peck peck. What? From another person's perspective, there's a ghost standing in front of them and they're seeing the tree through a ghost body. My dudes, whoa, that's blurry. Ghosty vibrations. What is it like to witness a tree of that sort? I do not know. Then another person, there's a pyramid of leprechauns and they can't even see a tree. All they see is leprechauns, but they're all staring at the same thing, seemingly. But they're all seeing it completely differently based on where they're coming from. What path they took, if you will. Am I Oprah? Am I Oprah? The energy that I felt when I met Trisha Paytas, it's hard for me to remember if I'm being honest because my soul was out of my body and I was talking to a hologram. But the energy that I felt was cool and it was warm. And the energy that I saw her giving to other people was cool and warm. She was exactly how I expected her to be. And I didn't expect anything else because she's just herself. I understand being a little bit jarred by those words that Trisha Paytas said, because sometimes with other people it jars me. It didn't with Trisha because I think I might partly understand where she's standing. I don't want to speak for Trisha Paytas because I can't. But I'm grateful to her for a lot of reasons. And I don't know exactly what she thinks of me, but it doesn't matter because I know what she has unknowingly done for me. If I'm being honest, sometimes it does bum me out when some people think that I'm a character or I'm not real, because I know that I'm expressing myself exactly how I want. And I'm just doing exactly what feels right to me. And maybe sometimes I'm loud, and maybe sometimes I'm extreme, and I'm extra, and maybe I'm exaggerated. But I know where everything is coming from. And I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And because I know how real that is, it doesn't really matter where the other people are standing and what bushes they're seeing me through. Because from where I'm standing, I know exactly what I see. And if you're standing with me, thank you. And I love you. And I see you too.